Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Now the theme today is PR and Meghan Markle's use of it. I have just done a reading on Meghan's PR blitz that seems to be centered around New York, the Big Apple, so go and have a look at that if you're interested in that. I've just done it. But now I'm going to be looking more generally at her use of PR. Bill Gates said, if I was down to my last dollar, I would spend it on public relations. And I think it's very interesting that someone like Bill Gates would say something like that. And Meghan Markle seems to be a fan of Bill Gates, possibly more than just a fan, according to some rather salacious rumors. But has she taken this message to heart? She's going to blow her last beam on PR, believing that she can buy her way out of the trouble that she's in with endless PR. I think she has 12 PR people on her team now. She seems to have one or two people involved in actually producing content for Netflix and Spotify, and they have a ghost writer producing Harry's famous memoirs. But 12 PR people. So we're just going to be doing a Celtic cross on the PR blitz that is ongoing but is apparently going to escalate in September. I shudder to think. I have tweaked the Celtic cross to ask some very specific questions towards the end, and you'll see that. I'm just using the standard Rider-Waite for this reading. You'll be thankful to see. For those of you who hate the deck I used in the previous PR reading, but I want to know what's going on with this PR thing. One thing I have learned thanks to Meghan Markle is how fake all of this celebrity PR is. I've learned many things from her, and I think we all have, but my eyes have certainly been opened to the absolute fraud that is perpetrated on us gullible reading public. In newspapers, magazines. I believed all the stuff that I read previously. I did not know that you can just pay to have a favorable article printed on you in an allegedly reputable newspaper or magazine. I had no idea about that, and I truly believed that celebrities were stalked by paparazzi, and all of these shots were that they were captured in were just as I say, invasions of privacy. Really, I had no idea that celebrities were complicit in all of this. I was very innocent, I was very naive, I was very gullible. I am no longer, and I think many people have had their eyes opened to the true nature of PR and how celebrities use it. Meghan Markle has a lot to answer for. I'm sure that many other celebrities are really angry with her at the moment for how she has exposed all of this. And that's interesting because bottom of the deck is the Justice card. And just what I'm saying, that we now see. We see clearly, and we are no longer fooled by the things that she does. And that's an interesting energy, major arcana to come out there. That's a kind of a fair play card, really, in this context. And what she is involved in my opinion, is not fair play. And of course, this is just a tarot reading. This is for entertainment purposes only. And please do your own research. Please form your own opinions. But we're in a world where money can buy and influence, and it really is unfair. It is unfair, and this is a very interesting and a very telling card to come out as the underlying energy of this reading. So what is going on with her and PR at the moment? What is the situation? She has shed a whole lot of money on PR. Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. She has blown the budget on PR. and it really has not paid dividends so far. She possibly has run out of cash on this, doesn't have much left to spend with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, but she really believed that she could buy her way out of trouble, that she could buy her way into our hearts. No, Meghan, it's not how it works. That's not what Princess Diana did. Princess Diana actually did the hard yards, and Meghan believed that she could buy it. Not succeeded so far, has blown a fortune on it, and not yet launched herself on that path to riches, to glory, to power that she thought she was going to. She has not yet gone through that gate at the bottom of this card into the dream future that she envisaged with all this PR. Has not worked. How happy I am to see that card. So what is crossing her? What is her obstacle at the moment? What does she want? It's to create this illusion with the Ten of Cups. She's desperate to create this illusion of the happy family, everything so wonderful in Montecito. We've seen this card a few times coming out for them. It's all fake. It's all, and we see it. We know. This PR thing has not worked. We see through it. We see through the illusion of happiness that she's trying to create. Mom and dad and the two kids dancing around and everything lovely. It's not. And nobody's buying it for a second. She is still really desperate to create this illusion. When she gives up, when she realizes that she cannot convince us of this illusion, is when she will be done. When the divorce lawyer will be called in, even though it seems from other readings that I have done that Harry will be the one that walks away first. And we'll look at that again at some future date. But struggling, paying an awful lot of money to paint an illusion for us. If only she just had focused on actually maintaining good relationships within her own family and with Harry's family, she would not have had to drop all this money. This is literally dropping money. She would not have had to drop all that money to pretend to us that everything was so wonderful in her life, their lives. So what is her real motivation? What's hidden from us? What's behind all of this huge PR push? Desperate unhappiness. Ace of Cups in reverse. Desperate unhappiness. Almost, this is my crazy card sometimes. It's like you really have lost the plot and need to be sent away for a while, where some people will give you nice drugs and help you sleep. Forget about it all. Ace of Cups in reverse. It's also the pregnancy card, the baby card, the pregnancy card, pregnancy in reverse. Allegedly, my opinion. People have seen through that one too. And so money spent to try and persuade us that there really are two children in that picture. Empty womb, my opinion. Chilling. Two aces in reverse. No new starts here. Has not gone. That plan, we're going to escape to California, that manifesto to the royal family, really has not worked out at all. So what's her goal with all this PR? What is she trying to achieve? She's trying to convince us, the lovers, she's trying to convince us that they made the right choice. That, this was about true love. Romeo and Juliet had to run away to California and merch, make tons of money, hang out with rich people, play polo, fly on private jets. This was really a good idea. That's what she's trying to persuade us of. It's major arcana. First major arcana to come out in the actual reading. Major arcana of justice as the underlying energy. But this, she is so intent on convincing us that they are this divine pair, twin flames, soulmates, who made this decision, the right choice to, because of course the Lovers is the choice card, who made this decision and how right they were to do it. All that money being spent to persuade us. Such interesting cards coming out in this reading. What's happened in the recent past? the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. The woman who has blown a lot of money, who is not satisfied with her lot. She is not abundant, she's not generous, she's not kind, she's not nurturing, she's not supportive, she's not a good wife, or my opinion, just what the tarot tells me. And of course this is just a game. Tarot is just a game for entertainment. But she has no money, she has no satisfaction, she just is not thriving. She wanted to thrive. We all saw that tearful interview in South Africa where so many people are not thriving. And I am South African and I know what I am speaking about. And it still makes me absolutely furious that her chin could wobble like it did and that tear could trickle down her cheek like it did about how she was not thriving in a country where 50% at least of the population is unemployed. So, having got that off my chest, what is going to be coming next for her in her PR blitz? We know September is almost upon us and we have been warned to brace ourselves for what is coming. Yeah, and here it comes. New path. Page of Pentacles. She's trying to start a new path. The aces in reverse that we've seen so far hasn't been able to, up until now, start this whole thing. But now here it comes. We're going to do it this time, we're absolutely pay a bit more money. Here comes the Page of Pentacles. This time it's going to work. This is a stable path that we're on now. It's solid. It's going to work this time. I promise you. I promise you, Harry. I promise you. That's a promise. We'll see. So, this question, as I said, I have tweaked this Celtic Cross a little bit, just for the purposes of this reading. This question has already been answered over here, but let's see what the cards have to say. How much money has she spent on PR? She's spent a lot and she's very disappointed in the results. This is a card of feeling, I kind of didn't get what I thought I was going to get. It's a discontent, it's dissatisfied. It's not, she thought it was going to bring her all kinds of happiness, all kinds of fulfillment, hasn't. So far, various ways of interpreting this card. So far it hasn't brought her satisfaction. It's the didn't turn out how I expected it to card, discontented card. But it also could be read in a minor way as us not buying what she's selling, saying, no, take it away, we don't want it. We're not fooled by you. You're trying to fool us and we're not fooled. As I say, a secondary interpretation. But I'm not getting the big bucks. The tarot has already answered that question for me right out the gate. First card it gave to me was she's blown a huge amount of money on it. This is more telling me at the moment she's really not happy with the way it's going. She's feeling very, very dissatisfied with the way it's going. So this card is, what do the PR people think of her? What do they think of her? Embattled. This is Nine of Wands. This is the embattled card. The Wounded Warrior card, bandage around the head. There she stands. She's got all those PR wands around her because wands are PR. She's got that wall around her of PR. And she's hiding behind that wall and she's looking out from behind the wall saying, oh God, what's coming next? Can I survive another blow? She has battered and bruised. Nothing has gone her way. We see this over and over and over. We saw it in the previous reading that I did on her New York-based PR blitz, the Big Apple reading that I've just done. And here it is. They see her as really making her last stand here. Defiantly standing there and saying, okay, bring it, bring your worst. I've been through it all, I'm still standing. But they're expecting her to topple over at any second. She's not succeeding. She really is not succeeding, and they absolutely can see it. They're making a fortune out of it, they don't care. But they really is not succeeding, not for 1 second. So, is Prince Harry complicit in all of this? How much is he aware of? How much does he know? How much does he agree with? We've seen twice when Prince Harry has been away, We saw it once in Canada, and we saw it once in Montecito. Suddenly, up popped Meghan with, some people say, rumour, a less than real baby dangling from her little baby carrier thingammy. I can't think of the word right now. Does he know? Does he know absolutely what's going on? Oh, he wants out of it. 8 of Swords in the reverse. He is desperate to be out of this mess that she has created. 8 of Swords, surrounded by these thoughts, by these communications that have gone out, this trap that they have made for themselves with all this PR, this relentless PR. It just goes on and on and on. Such a trap. And he just wants to be liberated from it. In a regular Celtic cross spread, this of course is the hopes and fears card. So it's interesting that this energy is coming out, this underlying energy from this card for Prince Harry, that he just hopes to be able to walk away from it, liberate himself from this mess. So my final question in this reading, interesting reading, I hope you agree it's an interesting reading, interesting certainly to me. Will it be worth it for her, the outcome card? Will all this money, will all this effort, will all this attempt to persuade us that everything is so wonderful, will it be worth it for her? 8 of Wands is a PR card. Fast flowing energy, fast moving energy, swift communications, on and on and on it goes. So I'm getting that what is coming up in September, that what is coming up in future is just more of the same. She's just going to keep at it. This is not a success card. This is not 6 of Wands. If I saw the 6 of Wands, I would be quite devastated and have to go and have a lie down after doing this reading. But the 8 of Wands is this Bill Gates quote, if I was down to my last dollar, I would spend it on public relations. The outcome, it's not the answer to is it worth it, it's the answer to what she's going to keep doing. She is going to just keep on and on and on and on, because she cannot accept that it is not working. She is dissatisfied down here at currently, but she believes, because she believes, she has this magical thinking that goes on with her. And I'm not a psychologist or a psychiatrist. I don't understand those concepts. I can see them. I can look at them and think, that looks a bit mad to me, in my opinion. You know, the definition of insanity, keep doing the same thing, didn't work, keep doing it, believing it's going to turn out differently. That is the outcome. She's just going to keep at it. She's going to keep spending money. She's going to keep putting these pieces out in the newspaper. I think the most ludicrous one recently that I've seen was in the Express in the UK, Express newspaper, about how Catherine needs Meghan Markle to help her raise her profile and show her how it's done. If that is not magical thinking, then I do not know what is. But that is the reading. That is what's going on with this PR blitz, this PR push that she's undertaking, or that she has since the first day that we all, well, most of us heard about her such a long time ago. And she certainly has taught me some lessons and opened my eyes to some truth, and I am actually grateful to her for that. And on that note, I will end this reading and see you on the next one.